let's bring in our panel today. With us today is Brad Howard, a Democratic strategist and former Blue Dog Coalition's communications director, and Jeff Crouere, a talk radio host and GOP strategist. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you. All right, Brad, so where are we on the Mar-a-Lago documents saga at this point?
Well, look, I think we're waiting to see how this plays out. It's clear there's an ongoing legal case that's being played out in the courts. And of course, there's the court of public opinion that folks like us get to monitor on a day-to-day basis. I think those are on two different planes. But I do think, the president, I think the upside for the president in this is that it has helped consolidate his base around him in terms of renomination. But conversely, I also think it's helped President Biden's case for renomination within the Democratic Party. President Biden has shown that he can beat Donald Trump once, he'll do it again. And if Trump remains the front runner in the Republican nomination, I think that's a good news for Joe Biden.
Jeff, after the release of the redacted affidavit, where are you on the topic?
Well, Mike, I think it was clearly a fishing expedition. They were trying to find something that they could maybe use to indict the president. I think they're trying to maybe connect some of these materials to January 6th, which, of course, is another witch hunt. I think, yes, it has definitely helped Donald Trump with his base. It's helped Donald Trump, I think, for the midterms and all the candidates he endorsed, and for 2024. I don't think there's going to be any serious, really, challenger to Donald Trump now. There's so much outrage, Mike, over what the FBI did. 30 agents going through the whole house, picking up everything they could, passports, going through Melania's closet. It's ridiculous, telling the Trump people they had to turn off the video, telling the attorneys they had to wait in the driveway, coming early in the morning. It really, I think, looks terrible for the FBI. It's another partisan adventure for the FBI. American people, I think, are outraged by it. And, yeah, it's definitely helped Donald Trump.
All right, let's go to topic 2. Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg revealing on Joe Rogan's podcast that the FBI had approached Facebook to be on high alert about Russian propaganda around the time that the Hunter Biden story was in the New York Post. Let's play the clip.
The FBI, I think, basically came to us, some folks on our team, and was like, hey, just so you know, you should be on high alert. We thought that there was a lot of Russian propaganda in the 2016 election. We have it on notice that basically there's about to be some kind of dump of that's similar to that. So just be vigilant.
Brad, how damning is that?
Well, look, I don't think Mark Zuckerberg is the most trusted person in America at the moment. And I do think if there's plenty of things to look into here, and we'll continue to monitor, and the judicial system will do its role. And I think if Republicans retake the majority, they're certainly going to spend a lot of time investigating Hunter Biden. I think we saw what they did with Benghazi and Hillary Clinton, and we're going to see a similar situation with a House Republican majority if they do retake the majority. But I think their chances are getting smaller by the day as Democratic enthusiasm increases, as Democrats continue to show that they can govern and focus on legislation. And I would say if you want impeachment and investigations galore, vote Republican. If you want real results that help families, vote Democrat.
Zuckerberg insists that Facebook users were still able to share the Hunter Biden story, not as strict as Twitter. Jeff, what's your take on this story?
Well, for one, I think it's outrageous that the FBI was going to a private entity and telling them, don't release this information, don't boost it because there's Russian disinformation. We know they knew, Mike, that it wasn't Russian disinformation. Again, the FBI is playing partisan politics. They're like an arm of the Democratic Party. And Zuckerberg shouldn't have done anything. Zuckerberg should allow the information to go out. It's free speech. The marketplace determines those kinds of things, not the FBI, not the government. I think this just leads to more concerns about censorship in social media. That's why other platforms, I think, are doing better, including President Trump's. And I would disagree with my friend about the 2022 midterms. I think the Democrats are not looking that great. I just saw a poll today. The Republicans are still up as far as a generic ballot between the two parties. And remember what James Carville said back in 1992. It's the economy, stupid. We do not have a good economy, gentlemen.
All right. Well, you guys stepped into topic 3 today, which, of course, is the midterms, which are about 70 days or so out from this point. So, Brad, what is your level of confidence?
Well, look, it's getting stronger by the day. Ever since the Supreme Court decision overturning Roe v. Wade, every time people have actually voted, Democrats are doing well. We had a surprise victory in New York 19. And of the last 4 special elections, Democrats have outperformed their 2020 numbers where we maintained the House majority. So we feel better. Gas prices are plummeting at record levels. Inflation is still too high, but it's coming down. The president has passed historic legislation, lowering prescription drug prices, help canceling some student debt, taking care of our veterans that were serving overseas, passed historic gun safety legislation, and addressing climate change. These are huge generational issues that the president has achieved. And I think he's got a great story to tell heading in November. All the signs are pointing to a better November than Democrats expected 6 months ago. I think Republicans are starting to panic a little bit and trying to figure out how to combat our rising numbers. And I think we have the best story to tell come November, and I think we're going to maintain, maintain the Senate.
Let me jump in here, Mike. He'll filibuster all day. The Republicans are not going to lose. The economy is bad. Don't forget the border is wide open. Don't forget we just had a 1-year anniversary of the Afghanistan debacle. The American people are not looking at a successful administration. They're looking at one in disarray that has harmed this country. Remember, when Donald Trump was president, we had a 1.4% inflation rate. Now it's 8.5%, and they're celebrating that. Gas prices are still $1 higher, if not more, than they were when Donald Trump was president. So they can crow all they want about the fall in gas prices. It's still higher. The economy is not good. Schools are a mess. Democrats are trying to take over the curriculum in these schools, do things in the classrooms that the parents don't want. That's going to be another issue, Mike. It helped with Republicans in Virginia. It's going to help in the midterms as well.
All right. Jeff Crouere, Brad Howard, gentlemen, many thanks.